Good morning everyone. This is the tutorial for the 6x6 vault door. As I said in my last video, it's going to be a big one because it's a big door, and this is what it looks like when it opens. When it closes, there's a block missing, excuse that. And then when it closes, it does that. This is a slower version, this is the faster version. I'll show you how to make both of them, and there isn't much difference between the two. It's just a line running up there and a line running up there, just to make it a bit quicker so that the pulse doesn't have to go through that circuit and then that one. Just to reach that one, it can just go straight from on straight up like that. And this is what the faster one looks like. As you can see, it's a lot fucking faster. And let's close it up. Let's get to the tutorial. I'm recording this after I made those things, so just bear with me. When it's extended, you want it a little like this, so place your circuits where they have to go to make this. So yeah, just keep that in mind, alright?
So what you need is 2 redstone blocks, 10 torches and 24 repeaters, 16 observers, 6 slime blocks and 6 honey blocks, 12 normal pistons, 42 sticky pistons and 32 glazed terracotta blocks, any colour. And you're also going to need a butt ton of redstone dust, like bring a few stacks at least.
If you guys watched my last video, this would look sort of familiar to you guys. It's pretty much the top circuit on the door. There's 3 of them. There's the top, the bottom, which is pretty much the top but going upwards, and then there's the 2 sides, which is just a double piston extender, or 2 stacked on top of each other. So let's go and flick this on just to show you. That's what it looks like. And then if we flick it off like that, that's what it looks like closing up. And what you're going to want is a piston setup like this. These are normal pistons. Normal pistons. And then the rest of them are just sticky pistons. Sticky pistons along that line and that line. And as you can see, honey blocks, slime blocks, so they don't sort of stick up to each other and freeze the circuit. Set up the blocks like this so you get the glazed terracotta there and on those 4 blocks. And just normal blocks up here. Don't have half blocks because I'm going to have redstone there along here. I'll just do that now. There's redstone along there, and these, you don't want these connecting. And if we put it there, and then let's grab normal blocks and have repeaters on those, set to 4 ticks on those 2, and then 2 ticks on that. Have a repeater and then another repeater on there. Set to 3 ticks, set to 3 ticks. You could probably make that faster, but you know, I don't want to really try that at the moment. Let's put that there and there, and have blocks coming down like this to connect. Just to connect those 4 pistons. Have a block there. And then what you want is blocks coming down like that along the side, and then it's pretty much just to connect all of these up like that. Let's do that on this side. Let's not forget that block. Put that there, and let's actually lower this one more block because I think I may have messed that up. Block there, delete those 4 blocks. And see what this looks like. That one side comes down, that's not what you want. So let's have that running into that, and there we go, that is what you want. And when we flick it off, and because they're both happening at the same time, none of the iron blocks actually get stuck to each other. You can use any blocks, by the way. And that's what it looks like. Alright, for the next half of it, let's grab these blocks here, put those ones there, remove that one because it'll just drag that block up. Put repeater, that thing, and then a switch. Let's come over to this side and have a torch on there. Normal block, torch and redstone. And then, if we come along here, have an observer observing that repeater running into that redstone there, and I'll show you why. because if we flick this on, it all works like that, and then flick it off, that actually comes up one block too many, and you got to push down with the normal pistons. So that's the top half of it. For the bottom part, what you're going to want is the same setup like that, but just flipped upside down. So pistons along here like this, normal pistons in the middle, and then the rest sticky pistons with the slime blocks and honey blocks like that. Grab blocks, come along here. There's six blocks on this side, 6 blocks on that side, and then 4 in the middle. Just if that wasn't clear. You come along here with redstone, you come along here with the redstone and blocks, repeater into this one, and then redstone like that. Come down like this, and repeaters into there, block. You only need 2, glazed terracotta blocks in this one, because repeaters, luckily, they don't get stuck on honey blocks or slime blocks. And pretty much connect that all up like that. Come around there, around like that, and then pretty much redstone along there. Have the same timings. You can make it faster, as I said before. Just play around with the timings. Don't fuck it up, because they're a pain to fix when it comes to slime blocks and honey blocks. And that's what you want for that side. And then come along like this, and up here, connecting to the same redstone, up like that. Then have blocks coming around there. You know what? I messed it up. Just a second. Let's replace those 2 blocks with those 2 blocks, and then slap some repeaters onto there. That's on no ticks, or 1 tick technically. That's on 2, and then we have it coming into here, which goes into a sticky piston, or actually a normal piston. Let's just grab the normal piston, put that there, into there with an observer facing into that arm. These observers observe that observer, and then those observers are observed by these observers, and it comes on there. And this should work, but we all know this is a 90% chance of not working the first time, but let's give it a go anyway. That comes up. Oh, here we go. And it actually worked. Alright, I'm going to change these timings so that these are on no ticks, those things, and maybe we can get away with these being 2 ticks. Let's try that, and then there we go. You can have 2 ticks and then no ticks on those 2, and it still works, and it works a lot faster. So let's watch that again. Yep. And then you don't need the observers down here. If you're doing this in survival, you can just have, repeaters and redstone running along there, but observers make it look fancy when it opens up. Look at this. Boom. There we go. Now let's do the double piston extender sides. Now, for the circuits on both the sides, this is pretty much 2 double piston extenders stacked on top of each other with just normal pistons, well actually sticky pistons, along there for the wall. And what it looks like if we turn this on, it goes out like that, so this will be the front of the door, and it'll look like that. And then when we turn it off, it comes in pretty fast, and it's like, when it closes up, I like it because it's like a jigsaw puzzle, just all coming together. So what you want is take your blocks, do that, repeater on 4 ticks, redstone all the way around. Then we take block down there, have an observer observing that normal piston, there's a repeater here that it observes, and that's set to 1 ticks, redstone there, and then an observer observing that one there. Then we put a block with redstone dust, and a block up here. And that's the first part of the double piston extender. And that's what it looks like. So it's almost done. For the second part of the third section of this build, we put a redstone torch there with a block on top of it. Redstone torch that'll turn off, and then dust on that piston. And then we go down to the bottom here, sticky piston with a redstone block running into a normal repeater. I'll come around this side to place it because I don't want to place it backwards. Set to no ticks, and then blocks, redstone dust, and this should be complete. But we all know this isn't going to work the first time, so let's see what I've done wrong. Who would have known? Who could have guessed that I didn't? There we go. There we go. Let's turn it off. Comes in, and then let's turn it on. And pretty much the thing I like about this, you can power it from any part of this redstone. You put a switch there, switch there. So it's pretty flexible on where you power this from. So if we turn it on like that, it works. Turn it off like that, it still works. Connecting it all up. So you should have your circuits roughly where I've got them. And to turn them all on, you're gonna want to have, so the lever should be there, and then a lever for this anywhere around here. So that extends, and that extends. But you just want one lever, right? You don't want to switch 4 on, because that's the pain in the ass, and honestly, why would you bother building it? So for the small way to do it, what you're going to want is pretty much this lever. When I turn it off, this one stays on because of this little bit from the double piston extender that also powers through that thing. Now, to get these two to power from that lever, you're going to want to grab your blocks, come out around about here, come out like this, and there's a torch on top of this block. So torch goes there, that goes there, and there we go. So if I power this off, come on, there we go, it all switches off like that. And that pretty much means in order for the top side to turn on, that one needs to turn fully on, so it's a bit slower for the top side. I'll show you how to sort of get around that. And pretty much you do the exact same over here. You come up like that, up into a block with torch, remove that, torch, remove that one if you want. Power like that, and then if we turn this side off, it doesn't turn off. And now your door should be working completely. For the final part of the circuit, in order to turn all this on, you're going to want to keep this side, or whatever side you turned this on from, which probably should be the right side, but anyway, keep that circuit, but remove all that and remove that and this torch. Then come, not this block, but this block, you come out like that, and then into glass like this. And then pretty much you snake your way up to here, removing every, I think, second block, I guess. Like that. Put redstone all along there, along there, along there. And then you should come out like that, up like that, and that should all power properly and be a lot faster, but it is a little bigger. So yeah, that's a lot faster. This one, you don't need to wait for this to all power up before this one closes or opens. And then the opening is really fast, and the closing is pretty fast too. So there we go. That's the final part of this video. It's probably my longest video, but stay tuned for more, maybe shorter, maybe longer videos, I'm not sure.